Hey guys, it's Mickey here at Scrapbooker's Emporium. In this how-to video, I'm going to show you how to use the Elizabeth Craft Designs transparent microfine glitter along with her double-sided adhesive and her peel-off stickers. So what we're going to be doing here is, like I said, using this double-sided adhesive. This comes in several different sizes. Here at the store we carry 5x12 and 6x6 sizes. You have several different images of the peel-off stickers that you can get your hands on. We have a lot of different designs, and most of everything we carry is black, and I'll explain to you why I like to use the black ones here in a little bit when we get started. And then we're going to have the microfine glitter. This comes in a warm diamond and a cool, so you can use either one of those you like. Today we're going to be using the warm. You really can't tell a whole lot of difference in this. You have to really kind of put them on something and put them side by side to see the difference. So let's see, today we're going to be using the warm. The most important thing for me when I start a project is always make sure that I have all of my supplies in order. So I have made sure that I have my adhesive, my cardstock, all of my glitters, my paper, everything I need, all of my images. So what you're going to do first is you're going to need to start by deciding which image you want to use. I'm going to use this image today. This is going to be just one of the little flowers here. And then you have your cardstock and your double-sided adhesive. When you determine what image you want, cut out the size that you need. See, I've done this already. I've determined that this is about the size I'm going to need to accommodate my image, and then cut your cardstock out to that same size. You're going to remove one of the outer coatings of this, and this one has more of a paper side. They refer to these as release papers. So you're going to want to take that off. Now put that to the side because we're going to use that. And see, this is extremely sticky here. So we're going to put this down, and then we're going to put our cardstock right on top of it. We're going to rub that in really good because we want to make sure that we get that covered really, really well. Okay, we've got that done. Now we're going to take our image. If you need help getting this image off, you can always use some tweezers. I find that some of these are really easy to pull off just with your finger. Now when you get done with this, make sure that you keep these negatives because you can do some really awesome things with those also. Okay, we're going to take this sticker. We're going to put it sticky side up. Very, very important, sticky side up. And you can see it's sticky, it's a sticker, so it's going to try to stick to you. Just work it around until you get it there on the release paper. Now you're going to take your little section over here that you've created. This is our little base. You're going to remove the other side of the backing on it. You're going to flip this over, line it over your project, and stick it down. Now here again, press this really, really good. Get it on there because you want to make sure that sticker's on there good. Now you're going to pull this back, and you have your base is all ready. You can see this is all sticky in here. Okay, now we're going to need our glitter. You can see I like to keep mine in a tray. We do our little hot dog paper. You can remember this from school. Just take your piece of paper, fold it in half. You're going to set your project there on your paper. Now if we were doing this just using the bottle, you would open your bottle, sprinkle this on here. I had someone tell me one time that it's a lot easier to use your glitter if you put it in a large container. It just makes it easier to reclaim it. So that's what I've done. So I have all of my glitter in just this little sandwich container. Okay, then you're going to take, and you can be really liberal with this because you're going to reclaim this, and just sprinkle your glitter out on your project. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and you're going to work it into that adhesive and just kind of really push it down in there. You want to make sure that you get that adhesive really, really coated with the glitter. Now just kind of tap this off. I like to go ahead and just do this. You can use a soft brush for this, or your fingers work just fine. And then you're going to take this, reclaim your glitter, and set all this over to the side. Now you're probably thinking, oh goodness, I don't want to work with glitter. I'm going to have it all over my house. I'm going to have it all over me. Well, this glitter is so fine. It cleans up so well. And I've taken several classes from Els, and she has always recommended that we use the Swiffers to clean it up. And it really does work. You can just take your Swiffer and you just clean up your area, and it's virtually glitter free. Okay, we're going to set all that over to the side. Okay, now what we've got is we've got our project here that we're going to be working on. I'm going to come in a little bit on this so you can kind of see what we're doing. Okay, now your project is ready to be colored. We're going to take some alcohol markers, and you can use any brand alcohol markers that you want. Here at the store, we use the Marvy Le Plumes. We have found that they work great. They're a better price point than some of your more expensive alcohol markers. And I say this is just what we choose to use here at the store. Okay, this is where it gets fun. You're going to determine what colors you're going to want to use. Get all those, you know, picked out in advance. This we're going to do just a little simple color combo here, just to kind of give you an idea of how this works. Okay, let's start with the green. You're just going to take your marker, and you know what? I need to tell you something too that's very important. You need to actually rub this. Once you kind of get it roughed in, just go ahead and go over this again, kind of shine it up a little bit. When you're doing this with her colored glitter, you can really see a difference in it, but on this, since it's transparent, you really can't see that much, but it will make a difference. You do need to make sure that you get that all polished in really well. Okay, now let's go on with our coloring. Sorry about that, I just forgot that little step. Okay, you're going to take your marker and just kind of hold it at an angle, and you're just going to set it down on that glitter, and it's just going to kind of soak right up into there. You can see how that is. Don't do it at a tip like this, because you're going to do a very light touch, like I say, and just let it soak in. You can use either just a solid color method, or you can use a blending method, whichever you like to do. Same thing with this. We're just going to kind of go, and I'm not going to do this whole thing because you guys are going to get the idea. Just go around and just color it all in. Very easy. Okay, once you've got it all colored, you can then take your small fine tip scissors and just cut it out. And you can use this on any kind of project. If you are going to be using the black, which I told you that that's what we like to use a lot, if you sometimes have a little bit of a white edge around here, you can actually take a black marker, I use a Sharpie a lot of times, and just go around this edge, and it will cover up that little bit of a white edge that you may have. And also when you use the black, it's easier to color in, because if you're using the gold or the silver, sometimes your alcohol marker may get on the line and may color that a little bit, whereas I found with the black that you really don't have that problem. Now if you are wanting to use an image like balloons that has a lot of little stuff on it that you think, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to cut around that, you can still use this exact same method for that. But what you do is when you're cutting your adhesive and your cardstock, in other words making your base, you're just going to cut it large enough to accommodate your image. And I always make sure that I cut mine just a little bit bigger, because I'm never going to be able to get it exactly right. So I always end up cutting it a little bigger and then cutting around the exact size that I need. Just want to show you guys another little thing that I like to do, that if I've got several different images that I'm going to want to be working on, I will actually put them on a large section of the adhesive. So I will take an entire 5x12, I'll put it on a piece of cardstock, and I'll lay several of my images down there, and then that way when I'm ready to work on them, I just cut out the one that I want. And that just kind of helps to conserve your adhesive a little bit better. Plus you don't have to be dragging out the glitter every time you want to just color one little item. So that's kind of another little tip that I'd like to pass on to you guys. Okay, there's lots of things you can do with this glitter. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. This one, for example, it looks like stained glass. Just so many fun things that you can do with this. You can find lots and lots of videos at elizabethcraftdesigns.com. She does wonderful YouTubes, and she can teach you how to use all of her products. We just like to kind of do this, kind of keep it on a personal level with our customers, but I always like to say that anytime you need that expert advice, always go to the manufacturer's website. And again, that's elizabethcraftdesigns.com. And if you have any questions, you can contact us by going to our website at www.scrapbookersemporium.com. There is a link on there to our email address as well as our physical address and our telephone number. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. Thank you. Have a blessed day.